So I picked up this hood from Facebook Marketplace, and I picked it up from a Mercury Marauder. It was, and the hood cowl is from a Mustang. I think you said like it was an older Mustang. It almost looks like an S95 cowl hood. Once I bought it, I soon later found out that it is non-functional. Except for those, because I just made those, testing out a drill bit size to see if it'll work. And well, in my eyes, I think it looks good. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be making the hood cowl functional. So for this bit, I'm gonna be using a 3/16 drill bit, and all I'm gonna be doing is just drilling holes to the vents. I found that this one works best. Just gotta be careful. Make sure you got it in center. You don't want to make it, you don't want to drill it the wrong way.
Trust me, you don't want to see me drill holes all day unless it was your mom. So, changing the setting a little bit, there were 6 holes that were drilled through the hood and were also held onto with 3M tape. I had already tried loosening up the nuts, holding the hood scoop, and I was worried I might pull on it too hard to break it. So instead, I chose to cut it from the bottom, and yeah. Also, stock wheels were put back on because the tire beading wasn't strong enough to hold air due to the chrome being peeled apart from the inside and outside. So, yeah, I'm gonna get them powder coated or painted or whatever, but one way or another, they're gonna be sandblasted.
So I'm just gonna say right away, if this is your first time removing a hood, I recommend you do it with somebody else, as this can be very, very difficult, dangerous, and you can get hurt. So just get a piece of wood, put it in the middle or center of your hood, along with the bottom of the car, something holding it, and then slowly start taking apart each nut on both sides. Once you've done that, the hood will be securely attached to the piece of wood, as you can see there. The wood's gonna be doing all the work, as the hood's just gonna be falling down. You didn't gotta worry about it. So now you just continue the same thing with the other side, and then once you're done, lower the hood, remove the piece of wood so the hood can lower, and yeah, the hood should just drop down. Let go of the hood, and then if you're by yourself and you're strong enough, you can just lift the hood up to the side like I'm about to show. But again, this is a 2-person job. If you can't do it by yourself, please get someone else and don't hurt yourself doing it. So now with the hood being upside down and now we can see your work, we can now make an imaginary line from where to cut, and so we can be safe not to cut over our hood scoop and try to stay within the lines or the outlines of the hood scoop, so we don't make that mistake and accidentally mess up. I'm gonna start like somewhere in the middle and then work my way out slowly, and then using like a stick or something, you just measure out by how much more length you got from inside out, so you don't go past your work area. But for this, I'm just gonna be making like a square cutout. So it took me a little bit of a while to grind, and I'm not really gonna show that because it just takes a while. I'm just cutting a hole really. Once I was satisfied with the hole, or the square hole I made, I decided to leave like that, because if I were to cut a little further, the alternator sits like a little bit further above where the hood has been cut, and I was thinking like if I could just not cut right there, I could like keep the alternator from getting like wet. I did end up making a couple of errors right there. Just it's a little hard with a big grinder, but it was not too bad. I didn't show this part, but spray some spray paint on the exposed metal area so you can prevent it from rusting and stuff. Once you're done with that, just put the hood back on and reverse the order that you took the hood in, except for putting the hood back on is a little bit more challenging, but I'll show that real quick. If you're gonna be a little bit scared about scratching the paint, just put like a big blanket over the hood, like the exposed area where the engine is, and it'll prevent the hood from scratching the car like from the corners and stuff, and getting a scratch in places where you don't want it to be scratched at, and you should be fine. You can just move the hood around however you want and just place it on there and adjust it to your liking. Next, place your 2x4 in the center of the hood. Then slowly attach your screws that hold the hood itself on both sides. Just get the thread started. You're gonna tighten them all the way, and then slowly start putting the hood struts on both sides of the hood. Once that's done, you're gonna put all the screws into the bracket that hold the hood, but you're not gonna tighten them all the way. You're gonna tighten them probably like a foot-pound or 2 foot-pounds, because when you close the hood, there's gonna be some gaps like around the perimeter of the hood. There's gonna be a gap in the front on both sides. So with the screws loose, you can adjust them to your liking to get that proper gap fixed without being too spaced on one side or the other side. And once you got your desired liking to how much you want them to be placed at, just lift up the hood carefully and tighten all the brackets or all the screws that are in the brackets. And you shouldn't get the hood to move at all. Just get it tightened up. Anyways, I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, leave a like or dislike and subscribe if you want. And yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching.